Hello farmers, and welcome back to the hills of Tuscany, headed back to production lane with almost 200,000 liters of parsnips. The parsnip field is finished, and these are going to go into the preserved food production. I'm actually going to drop off the header out here, that way I can get in there a little bit easier. I will need that for the carrot harvesting, which needs to be done this month. I was looking around to see what I got to do this month, and well, the list is endless. So let's just say we got a lot of work to do. I mean, some of it doesn't have to be done this month, but the way I am, if it's there and it can be done, I kind of want to get it done. Let's go ahead and unfold this. And in case you're wondering, I did activate the productions for the parsnips in the soup production. And looking at some other things, we've run out of strawberries in the candy production. I'm like, oh, okay, well, we'll get the greenhouses going. I got that product over there. No, I don't. I don't have solid fertilizer. And since I don't have money, well, I can't buy any to get the strawberry production back up and going. Yeah, it's got water, it's got seeds, because this has been running kind of nonstop, kind of filling it on up. But anyways, preserved food. Let's go ahead and get in there and get the parsnips activated. The one thing I don't know is if I were to run out of money, and it's pretty possible since we're only sitting at $611 in the bank account, will the production building stop? Kind of like workers, you know? Workers don't like to work unless they get paid, so I'm wondering what's going to happen to our productions. I'm not sure. Let's hitch on up to this. All right, we're going to put this to the side. Just for now, I will head over there and get some carrots done so we can get that production up and running. That field over there should produce a full 250,000 liters plus like another 30,000 liters, somewhere around there. That's what I think it usually produces. We're going to go ahead and get the red beet field plowed up pretty quickly. It's only going to take a couple passes with this. Most of the fields, as we saw last episode, they're going to need lime after they get harvested. So yeah, I did try doing some lime, but yeah, that's when I realized, yeah, you don't have the cash to even buy lime. So we got to wait for some productions to be made. The wind turbine to do its little bit thing, but the wind turbine's not going to make us enough money to get all the lime spreading done. So we're just getting done what we can get done. The one thing I know I definitely have to get done in August is I got to get back over to the vineyard and spray the last set of vines with fertilizer. That's the one on the hill, so we'll probably get that done this episode. I was actually going to start the episode by spraying slurry in the wheat field, but I still got my straw bales sitting in the field, so I think we'll go pick those up and put those away into our bale shed. Like I said, the list is endless. I think the grass field is ready to be harvested as well. So yeah, I think the rest of the month of August might be running this in real-time speed. We got plenty of work to do. September is going to be a good month as well. The sugar beet will be ready for harvest. Will the cotton be? I'm not too sure. The sooner the cotton's ready, the better, because I need to get that in so we can start making clothing, because the clothing is what makes us the most money here currently, along with the candy. Now, as getting back to the candy, I'm not too concerned about not having strawberries to make strawberry candy, because the candy production always is kind of waiting a little bit for the sugar to come on in. So having one less production out running, the candy shop's going to go through the sugar as soon as it gets in there anyways, but it would be nice to kind of have all productions up and running, especially this upcoming season, because we're going to be doing cut sugar beet, and the sugar production building should make more sugar per hour or per cycle than it did in the past. So maybe the candy shop may need all productions running. We'll see. But until I get the cash back into the bank account, can't really do too much of spreading the lime or doing the other things that we need to do. Just gonna have to wait on that. And I don't want to go into the bank account and borrow more money. I did it once already, just borrowing a little bit. I pretty much just want to, you know, we did borrow $10 million. That should be enough at this point. And yeah, I just want to keep on repaying it. And if you all remember, the goal at the end of the year is to have the loan down below $9 million, which should not be that difficult to do. We got, a couple production buildings up and running for the veggies, and we pretty much sell the veggies almost every month. I definitely will be selling some maybe later on this month, maybe to get a little bit of cash flow in. But definitely in the morning of September, we'll be selling it because, we're going to have about a $28,000. How much are we paying on loan interest? I kind of forgot. Is it below $30,000 yet? No, it's not. It's at $30,333. So, yeah. That'll be nice to get it below $30,000. I kind of remember doing that on Hinterland, waiting to get that loan interest below $30,000. We shall get there slowly but surely. Someone did mention a good point about like the slurry and manure, and maybe even the pumice. I don't know though if I do it, but if we build our own BGA, $1 million for that large BGA is rather expensive for what we want to do. But maybe if we build another BGA, but man, that's going to cost us some decent cash right there as well. And then, of course, I will have to put it on some land, and all the land that we got is being used. So it's just a matter of, can I find, I mean, I do got a little space down here, but I got to look into the BGAs to see what a module, I did a modular BGA on No Man's Land a long time ago. I don't remember how much it cost. I don't remember how much kilowatt BGA it was. Does it say, is this a 50 kilowatt BGA at the farm? Is that what it says? Yeah, 50 kilowatt. So it's a matter of getting a BGA that's reasonably priced, and I don't think it'll be compatible though with a pumice from the Vineyard. So the pumice I'll just have to go ahead and sell whenever. But yeah, the pumice isn't worth that much, but I could probably get a lot more from the pumice if I could put it into the BGA and process it into electricity, methane, and I assume digestate. So yeah, right now, as I said, I just got to focus this month moving forward a little bit, just doing jobs that doesn't require me spending money. So we don't have any. We don't have any at all. I don't think I got anything to sell. Butter and cheese will be in October, and I just rather hold on to it until I can as that price continues to go up. And got the rest of that. Perfect. There is a piece down at the other end of the field. I turned, couldn't quite get to it. So let's go get that little section down there. But this field right here now just needs to be limed. And when I replanted it to it, because we did spray the slurry into it, it'll be all done. Same can be said for the potato field. Just needs lime and replanting next spring. I may rotate the veggies around, so we're gonna have we got 3 fields now per year for all the veggies. Oh, that little part is right here. Let's go ahead and get that. And I can just go ahead and rotate them. I don't know if one veggie is worth more than the other with productions. Actually, we could check on that just by going to the stock market page. And if I scroll on down, so carrot soup is max worth 1403. Parsnip is 1817. Red beet seems to be worth quite a bit. But maybe the red beet doesn't yield as well as the others. Interesting. But we'll keep that in mind. So maybe next year the big field will be the red beet field, and we'll go ahead and make tons of red beet soup. I think my trailer is down here for the bales. Let's go ahead and we're going to just drop this off right here. Is my flatbed over here? It is. And I'll drive across the field now because there's no crop in here. But that's a bad habit to be into. But I got so much work to do, I'm looking for shortcuts. Combine's been sitting there. That needs to be put away at some point. Well, the header does. The combine I will be using for the sunflowers. Alright, let's spin around here. Let's go up and get those straw bales so I can go around and spray slurry on the wheat field. And let's see, the best way to get up there to the bale shed, I think, is going to be... You know, I think I can make that corner down here by the cow barn, so I may just approach it that way. Ooh, I don't see where the automatic bale option is showing up. I hate when that happens. Well, let me hit the buttons that should be what activate the bales. Let's see if it picks up any. I'm guessing not. Alright, so someone said detach the trailer, reattach the trailer. Alright, it's not showing. How about if I just do this? Let me unload. And let's see if it starts picking up bales automatically on the go. It's kind of weird with the Universal Autoloader mod where this happens once in a while. I haven't, you know, activated new mods since the last time I used it or deactivated anything. Alright, how about if I detach the trailer with a bale on it? Now I'll activate... No, the second it straps like that, I know it's not working. So, to pick up these bales, I'm going to have to come to a complete stop and hit load. I mean, it's still faster than me going around with the telehandler and picking up each bale and putting on the trailer. I just got to keep doing that. Well, the other thing, I think I tried it once already. Alright, let me get away from the bales. Trying anything to figure out the exact way to get this to reset. And no, it's only give me the option this way. Alright. Well, instead of you watching me roll, stop, let me go around and I'm going to pick up all these bales. And then at least we can get some slurry on this wheat field and be ready for planting next month or the month after that. Okay, well, I think I got them all. Just having a quick look around here and I don't see any more. That's more bales than I thought that were up here, but that's how many we got. Let's see, it's a stack of 2. We got, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 bales. That is pretty darn good for this field. All right, let's see if I can get down around the cow barn. I think I have before. Maybe not with this trailer. Maybe I'm thinking with a tanker. Could be a big mistake trying to get down through there. I'm going to sneak into this farmer's field here. They won't mind at all. I may have to back out of here, though. Yeah, I should be able to make this no problem. More room there than I thought there was. Alright, now I just got to remember where the unload point is for this. So I'm just going to pull up like right about here. Let's switch this to the left side. Okay, so I'm too close to the shed apparently. How about now? There we go. That was perfect. Took them all. All right, let me go ahead and leave that there. How many bales have we actually got in there? Let me go ahead and see. 31? Or sorry, 25. 25. We can unload 31 at a time. We got 25 bales in there. That's not too bad. But how many cows can this barn hold? I don't remember. We got 16 cows. I fit through here before. Thank you. We got 16 cows currently. And this can hold 80. Okay. So, I mean, it's a decent-sized cow barn, but not extremely big to where... yeah, it's going to be hard to keep up with the straw. I think this field might be doing just fine. We could always change things in the future. Let me go ahead and make sure we're on single application, which we are. See how much we can get done with one tank load. Yeah, the TA is actually performing rather well going uphill with that, so not too concerned about it. Working speed is somewhere around 9 miles an hour for a single application, 5 miles an hour with a double application. Now, even though this job does take longer, like I said before, this whole series is about doing things I normally don't do in Farming Simulator, and this is kind of one of them. I always like to do the artificial fertilizer stuff, but it is kind of nice to get into spraying some slurry down. And also nice that I really don't have to smell it. Not that I mind it too much. I'm so used to that smell in real life, it doesn't bother me too much. I mean, I notice it when I first smell it, but it's not like, oh, okay. The farmers spraying the fields. Which I expect the farmers around me, especially up the road from me, they're going to be spraying the grass fields here soon, I would assume. They're just getting the first grass cut in for the season and making some hay. Yeah, we're going to go through this tank pretty darn quick. But it's free fertilizer. And why am I not using the truck and I'm using the T8? Our truck, even though it's got a little bit more horsepower than this T8 to haul it up and down, one, I need the truck to haul the big tanker around and go get the slurry. Two, that truck is, it's got more power, but it accelerates like crap, basically. So, yeah, going around, and as long as the T8 can manage fine, which we now know it does. Though at first when I was doing the double application, I was like 5 miles an hour. That doesn't seem right. But then math kicked in. It's like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so using the truck on this, yeah, not really needed right now. Maybe in the future. I think I'm going to be keeping that truck all the way through Hills of Tuscany at this point. I know at the beginning we talked about, after I started running into some problems, it's like, you know what, maybe I should swap out the truck. But now I think that truck has kind of become a staple here in the Hills of Tuscany, so I don't want to swap it on out. That doesn't mean I may not get ourselves another truck at some point. And also with the shorter chassis, it seems like I'm getting into the areas a lot better. I don't think since I got the shorter chassis, I've been over to the I think it's the 0 km shop to sell anything to see how I can get around that corner. But I'm pretty sure when the veggies have been produced in a little while, we will be able to see exactly how we can get in there easier or not as easy. Of course, it doesn't help the trailer is a long trailer also. And as I see a couple comments where every time I get stuck in the 0 km shop where people have said, yeah, that you guys have deleted those fences to get in there a little bit easier yourselves. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and turn that off and park this over here for now. I'll have to bring the tanker up, but the tanker needs more slurry. So I have to bring that up here, and we will finish up this field a little bit later or at another time. Let's go ahead and park this right here for now. Let me go over while it's on my mind. I know we're jumping around quite a bit today, but like I said, we got a lot of work to do in this month. Let's get the grapes done. 123 liters. I don't think it's going to be enough, but we'll see how far I can get with it. Of course, it helps if you hit the button to turn on the sprayer. My side panel's been acting up a little bit more and more with the buttons. I have had it now for about 6 years. And of course, I use it a lot for Farming Simulator. Part of me wants to take it apart and clean it. Maybe that's all it needs. Because even though I think I'm hitting the button once, it's actually counting as me hitting the button twice. So these grapes should be ready next month for harvest. And I'm glad I really haven't gone too heavy into the grapes when I started the series. Just because the grapes do not bring in the cash that well. I suppose if you went full out on the grapes and just did like an only vineyard with olives and grapes if you wanted to, you could make the money, but it wouldn't be as fast as other productions. I may be missing a row here, can't really tell. When I spray the fertilizer on the grapevines, I pretty much just guesstimate where I need to be. Sometimes I may get a row twice, and other times I may miss a row. But we'll have a quick look to see if I have missed anything. Looks like I may actually get this whole set of vines done with what we had for fertilizer. So I got it in my head that like 1,200 liters of liquid fertilizer is what I need to get the job done. Alright, let me go ahead. Watch out for that light post. Alright, I gotta turn off needs plowing. Yeah, I got it all. It's kind of, we see it like in this field over here, same thing, or this set of vines. But what I can see is going across here, you can see where it's all covered. I think it's the way the terrain is and the way the herbicide sprayer may be tilting, or the fertilizer sprayer is tilting. Yeah, but it's pretty much all caught up, and we got all this. So we are all set with spraying the fertilizer down. What we're going to do is bring this back to the yard, and we will convert this over to a harvester right now. I was like, can't get up the hill? Not enough power? It wasn't power, it was traction. The rear wheels were spinning quite a bit. And just for giggles, I'm going to go up here and try to unload the liquid fertilizer. It's either going to say not enough room or whatever it says. This action cannot be performed here. Let me try opening that up. This action cannot be performed here. Alright, well, we tried. I don't think I get any money back when I convert this over. So let's go to customize, harvester. Well, that's already all set up perfectly. Just make sure it's the right harvester. There's two sets of harvesters you can have. And this one has the capacity. So we want to go ahead and, yes, customize it for $0. And now we'll go ahead and park this away. It is getting low on the fuel, but until it gets into the orange, I'm not going to worry too much about it. So this harvester here, the Oxbow, it is an Oxbow, right? Yeah, Oxbow. This is for the red or in-game grapes, and this one over here is for the white grapes. Too bad it can't be one harvester for both, but so be it. So everything over here is all set and ready to go, I do believe, for harvest. Our carrots are over here waiting to be harvested. Let me go ahead and turn that on. Yeah, these grapes don't really need to be plowed. We did plow in between the vines. It just looks messy like always, so don't worry about it too much. Alright, so we got a few things else we can do, and I think what we're going to do, because I want to get the grapes up and go... sorry, not the grapes, the carrots. The carrots up and going. Let's go ahead and jump into our root crop harvester. And we'll go over there and start picking up some carrots. We'll come out to the road here, carefully. Not going to take me long to get over there at all with this thing. Can I sneak around you? Sorry, I'm going to be a little bit faster than you. I know that to be fact. Just got to watch out for the traffic in the meantime. So that whole field that we extended, the cotton field, by buying the field that had the barley into it, and then cutting down all the trees, that did produce almost 450,000 liters of parsnips. So that's extra crop this year that we wouldn't have had last year. Let's go ahead and just cut through the woods here. Got no plans to buy the forest over here and cut down more trees because just not profitable for us. And if you want to see tree cutting, you might want to try Oceanside Forest. We cut down many trees there. Alright, let's get some carrots in the harvester, and then eventually I can bring them on over. I think I'll put this into the soup production. And then when I come back, because it's not going to all fit into the harvester, when I come back, the rest of it will go into the preserved food. Actually, do I make more money from the soup or preserved food on this kind of stuff? So the soup, carrots, max price is $14.03. Preserved food, carrots is $14. Okay, so there's not like much difference there at all. I'd prefer to put it into the soup production because it's a little bit easier for me to get the auto-loading trailer over to those pallets to load them on up. And also it's easier for me to unload into. But like I said, I'm going to have one full harvester at some point here. And then when I come back, whatever I gain after that, that will go into the preserved food production. Yep, that header can't quite go over the road. I mean, in real life, I don't think you want to have the header down and turned on and be driving on the asphalt, but you never know with some people. Maybe they prefer to do so. The only thing I'm going to do, because I see it now, we're pretty close. We're 6 minutes to the top of the hour. Let's advance it just to see what happens with the money. I mean, between the wind turbine, bringing in money, but all the production's going on. So we're at 6:11. Alright. So, with all the productions going, it's not too bad. Still not a whole lot of money to come over and get these strawberries up and going. Yeah, basically what I need to do is I need to fill up the Omatata Open Garden Distributing Center kind of full. The only thing I've noticed about it is it just doesn't distribute those products at a high rate. So the water, the seed, the fertilizer, it doesn't distribute it at a high rate. So to keep up those greenhouses we got, they go through the material quick. So it's almost as easier just to dump it into the greenhouse. But the trailer I had over there, along with the tractor to do so, is now over at the main farm to help get the wool pallets out of the sheep pen. But as I said, we don't really need the strawberries too much right now. The candy production is usually still waiting for sugar anyways. But next month, we'll sell some of these products, bring in the cash. Oh, yeah. Have I been over to the dairy production in a while? How are we getting full on that? That is getting rather full, and probably could use some milk. So it's going to be the same tanker that we're using the slurry in, but on this series here right now, that's fine. We just all got to think of, yes, we did clean out the tanker after using it for slurry and bring over the milk. So I got to make sure that dairy production keeps on going. So maybe after we get a full harvester here and I bring it over and dump this into the soup production, we'll head over to the dairy and just move those crates out of the way to make sure that production keeps on going. And then of course, so the main peak time for the next products to sell is the butter and the cheese, and also in the winter time, almost at fall, but winter time, late December, early January, we will have flour to sell as well. And the veggies, I almost want to say their peak time almost every other month. It seems like they always seem like it's in the green to sell, which is great because we're gonna have plenty of that product to go around. Run into my own fence. Yeah, without this root crop harvester from Mark Thor, I would not be doing all these root crops. I mentioned that many times before, especially the veggies. But, you know, I'm sure there's other mods out there by now that do the same thing roughly as this mod does. But using the base game harvester with no capacity and trying to get a worker to work beside you or hire a worker and then you follow alongside the harvester. I mean, the other thing which I'm not a big fan of is just unloading it right onto the ground, then go around with a bucket and pick it up and dump it on in. Because the buckets don't hold an extreme amount of product. And with root crops, you get loads and loads of it, so it's definitely a big process. Probably this field over here, I will not spray any slurry on because it's the only field over here. Originally, I bought this field thinking I was going to expand on the vineyard, but now I'm just thinking grapes are good. And yeah, we'll make a whole bunch more money, which we need to do by putting veggies over here or whatever needs to be planted for that particular season. So with the only field being over here, I don't want to bring the slurry tanker over here, the T8, that tanker. I'll probably have to bring over the large tanker as well because it's going to be more than the 24,000 liters of slurry. And I'm not sure I got that much slurry to begin with right now, so yeah, this field will be artificially fertilized along with fertilizing when we plant with the planter. Alright, let me just make a few more ups and downs here, and we will bring these carrots on over to the soup production. As I was going around, and when I do jump cuts, it allows me a little time just to think a little bit more. Since we actually got all 3 veggies for this year, now I remember looking this when I was on Sri Lanka. Is that the name of the map? I think Sri Lanka. Yeah, should be. I looked at the triple soup, and I didn't think it was worth it. But we're going to go ahead and give it a go here. I'm not sure if it's worth it still or not. I have no idea. Actually, let me drop off the header. But we're going to dump the carrots on in. And we're actually going to activate not just the carrot soup, but also the triple soup. And that's going to take each of the parsnips, red beet, and carrots and make, well, triple soup. So we're actually going to have 4 productions going on in that building, which I do believe will allow us to make more product faster. And here on Hills of Tuscany, I like the speed at this point. Just like I like the speed of this harvester. We'll cut across like this because I don't know where that car is going. I do need to be a little bit careful when I come on through here, because one time I was zooming through here off camera. I don't know if it was, I might have been in this harvester right here, but it was an oncoming car and I hit the car and I almost bounced into my own crop. We don't need crop destruction. We need every little cotton ball, every little sugar beet that's in the ground. When I bought, when this harvester was updated, and I saw the top speed, I'm like, why do we need it that fast? Now that I'm using it as much, yes, please. So 250,000 liters of carrots going on in. Yeah, when I designed production lane, I was not expecting me to be unloading the product into the soup production like that. I was thinking I was going to be using a trailer and whatnot. Let's go to here. All right, so carrot soup will activate that, and then triple soup will activate that. Now, the one thing I'm never quite sure on, is there a limit to how many cycles a production building can do per month? Meaning, if I just have one of these on, can it do all 120? If I got all 4 on, is it maxed at 144, 144? I mean, does it slow it down by activating more productions? That I don't know, but we're going to leave them all on anyways. Potatoes, yes, we could also do potato soup, but I think I'll make more money from the potato chips, which is right here, by the way. Just got to keep my eye on the canola oil, because when that gets low, we're going to have to go ahead and turn that off. We got plenty of sunflower oil. Probably too much, honestly. I say too much because we haven't harvested the sunflowers yet. And we can see that that's getting kind of full in there. Yeah, maybe I should have done a few of the canola oil this past year, but maybe next year I'll have to do some canola oil somewhere, possibly. Let's go over to the dairy production. Over to here and just drag these out. Because we don't want any productions to come to a halt when I got product to go in there. So we'll gently move these on out. I'm trying to think. Someone did mention the global transport mod on for American Falls. But that's not the one I was thinking of. I think there's a mod that was introduced a long time ago. But correct me if I'm wrong. Does it take the pallets out of production buildings like this and put them into storage somewhere? Or is that something or is it just like what I did on the Hills of Tuscany, to where I got to go grab them and put them into a storage bin or storage shed? I mean, I have no problem just storing this stuff out in the sun like this. It's only butter and cheese, right? No big deal. Yeah, I do need to bring more milk over here to keep that up and going. How much milk is in the cow barn currently? Yeah, that's getting a little bit up there. The sheep, just keeping my eye on the water. Eventually I may get rid of that mod where it gives us 1 billion liters. But if it works for the sheep, I'll leave it on. But we do know it does not work for the cows. I don't know if it's the shed itself or if the mod is not quite working as intended. I'm going to guess it's the animal sheds. That's the way I'm going to feel like it is. Where did I leave? I was trying to jump into this truck right here. So I need to bring this on down. I'm going to drop off the flatbed and grab the slurry tanker and then come right back up here. Oh wait, do I want to fill up with slurry? Yeah, because I'm thinking I need to bring that milk over. So I need to get rid of the slurry that's currently in the tanker. So we'll go up and we'll let the T8 suck that out of the tank. And then without washing it, I'll put milk into it. Unload that. How much is still in here? All right, that's still a pretty decent amount, 11,500 liters. Would be kind of nice if the containers, there are containers that hold slurry. If it, you know, I could have a big container down at the fields that held like 400,000. I mean, I suppose, I'm not sure if you can. So the slurry pit's like I'm grabbing it from. I wonder if I can put it down and put slurry back into it. All right, then come over to here. And then start grabbing that slurry out of that. Then we'll get done what we can get done with what we have. Then I'll grab the milk and bring that over to the dairy. And we may just call it right there because that's getting a lot of work done. Yeah, this field does need lime, right? Yes, it does. That's a lot of lime spreading, but it needs to be done. As we wait for the slurry to slowly go on in. I mean, at this point, I could finish off this field here by just driving the T8 in this tanker on down to the cow barn and grabbing the slurry out of that, because I'm assuming whatever I don't finish with this tank, another full tank would easily get the field done. But it seems like a long ways off. But by the time I fertilize the fields again next season, this slurry tanker will have paid for itself by saving us money on artificial fertilizer. Maybe even before that, not too sure. Like I said, I can't really figure out the calculations. But that'll be nitpicking at that point. Alright, get one more headland done down this way. Yeah, so far as we saw, this field right here is providing enough straw bales for our cattle, our moo cows. Oh, what I need to do is, I do need to double check on the cows. I think I'm waiting for the bulls to get to a certain age and we'll sell them to get more money. But since the pen's not too full, I probably should just leave them there as well because I will get the slurry and solid manure from them. But this is going to be another field that will be all set for planting. Like I said, I think it's next month. I know American Falls now is October for wheat. But I think here it might be September I can plant wheat. Yep, should be able to finish this field with one more tank. So I'll probably just go down and grab that and get this field done between episodes, but we'll see. Lately, time has not been on my side that much. With summer being here, wanting to get outside and do some yard work. And then, of course, last week I did extra episodes of American Truck Simulator. Checking out games that have been released, thinking if I want to do them on the channel or not. All that stuff. Alright, going down to grab the milk. And you know what? To make some people happy, we'll go down to the wash station and we'll give the tank a rinse. It'll take me just a second to do so. As I snake my way around the farmyard. Alright, let's grab the pressure washer and just pretend I'm on the inside washing out the tank. I mean, the tank cleaned up pretty darn quick. Can I reach? Oh, I can reach this truck. We'll give that a quick wash as well. Not as quick as the tanker. The tanker cleaned up rather quickly. I do like that truck, so I think at this point I need to keep it for myself. I know some people would like to see it exchanged out for something else. I do wish the acceleration was a little bit better on it, but it is a truck after all. Alright, let's go ahead and open up the covers here. Yep, the grass we are still going to make into silage. So when we cut that grass, we got to put it into a swath. I think I can just back up to the door and grab the milk. I don't think I need to open up the doors. Yep, we can just grab it here. I do have enough room. I mean, we are getting low on the milk, but I also don't want to have too much milk in here because then I don't have a way to get the slurry in here either. That's 15, so that'd be like 30, 45, 6. Yeah, I don't think I got that much milk. All right, you know what? That's good enough. That's good enough. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll have to go sell it. Now, when I go put slurry in here, I'm not going to have to wash the tanker because it's milk to slurry. Oh, we got to run that corner. Maybe it's a shorter chassis on the truck allowing me to make that corner better. This corner, not so much. I probably need to buy this field at some point because I keep driving into it. Okay, then probably this one too, because I'm going to be driving in this one as well, because we did demolish the wall on the dairy production in order for us to get in here. And this should take it all. I don't think I put too much into the tanker. Fingers crossed. We'll see if it was a good call not taking it all. All right, that could have fit a whole bunch more in, and we only have 9,000. So it could have taken it all, but it's not that big of a deal. The point is, we got the production building enough milk to go for quite a while, and the cows are not going to get too full either. So they're all set. So actually, we can go back and start filling this up with slurry, and I can continue the slurry spraying in the next few episodes, depending on how much slurry we have. But a productive episode, I do believe. We got parsnips into the preserved food production. We got carrots into the soup production and making carrot soup, and I went right past where I wanted to go in. Not only making carrot soup, but we're also making triple soup. We got a field plowed. We got some slurry spreading done. But still plenty of work to do here in the month of August. But that's what the late summer, early, well, we're not in early fall yet, but we will be soon-ish. Oh yeah, we also got the grapes fertilized as well. But yeah, just a lot of farm work to do in the harvest season, late summer / early fall when I get there. Let me open this up here. And this should fill this up very easily. If I turn that off with a keep refilling, it will. Perfect. And like I said, we got still over 200,000 liters? No, we're down to 100,000 liters. Alright, so that'll be like the last full tanker for a while. And the manure here is slowly piling on up. Yeah, that is dropping like on American Falls. Okay. I can see the level going on down. Perfect. And perfect. But yeah, like I said, a very productive episode, I do believe. But that is where we're going to have to wrap it up for today, guys. And by the way, if you made it this far in the episode and you haven't given the video a thumbs up, a like button kind of a thing, only if you want to. And if you have already and you're thinking about it, please do subscribe. But yeah, that's what we're going to wrap it up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you again right here in the hills of Tuscany. But until then, have a good one.